Okay. All right. I have Miss Dianna Williams here. Thank you so much for coming. Oh, close this one. And I'm going to go ahead and introduce Dianna. Um, and Dianna, we've known each other for, wow, I'm trying to remember exactly when we met, but it's been several months ago
No,
and
it's
we
been
kind of
more than that.
connected.
I feel like it's
What
been
did you
about a
say?
year. Hasn't it been about a year?
About a year. Yes,
Yeah.
yes. I think I met you at Julie Parks, right?
Yes, 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 yes.
Okay. But let me go ahead and Diana and I kind of connected, and she has an incredible story. She is from Colorado, but not in Colorado Springs. She's a little bit further from us. She's a wife and a full-time mom, a caretaker, and the official chauffeur for her two busy teenage boys. I understand how that is.
Yeah.
After a not so fun experience with Ozempic and a soy-based diet, Diana was ready to try anything to feel better, lose weight, and get her energy back. She found PartnerCo in January of 2024 and things took off. Now she's growing a rockstar team and is even earned an all expense paid trip to Punta Cana. Excuse me. So, welcome, Diana. So, I would love to hear your story. So, can you tell me a little bit about when you were pregnant and what happened and kind of your story, what kind of started you down this road?
Yeah, for sure. Well, thank you for having me. I'm very excited. And yeah, I'm in Colorado. Also, I'm in Castle Rock, so right in between Colorado Springs and Denver. But my husband and I were born and raised in the San Francisco Bay Area. So we moved here probably about 10 years ago because of my husband's job. And
Okay.
and yeah, we love it here. I mean, it's so beautiful here. But I'll just get into my story. So type 2, I'm sorry, diabetes runs in my family. And
Okay.
when I was pregnant with both my boys, I had gestational diabetes. And I have two
Both of
boys.
them.
My older one is 19. He turned 19 on Friday. And then
Oh,
my younger one, I know, I'm like, I feel so old. And my younger one is 16. But with my younger one, with the gestational diabetes, it turned into full-blown type 2 diabetes. So I've had type 2 diabetes since so about 16 years because he's 16.
wow. That's a
Yeah,
long time.
a long time.
And
It's
you're
very,
probably about my age or maybe even younger. So that's pretty long
I
to
don't
have
think I'm younger.
type
I'm in my
two.
50s, so
Okay.
not younger. But and it was hard. It was hard to have the type 2 because, I'm Filipino. My parents are from the Philippines and I love to eat my rice. I grew up on rice. So it was
Uh-huh.
hard to give that up. But, I knew I had to do something because, I want to be around for my boys and my husband. I have a lot of life to live still, right? So in 2019, my diabetes got really bad. It was my A1Cs, if people know about A1Cs, it was a 9.9, which is
Oh,
really high.
wow.
Yeah, it was really high. And because a normal healthy A1C, you want to be below like a 5.6. And
Right.
so I know it was bad. And so she did this test on me, which was kind of a wake-up call for me. So what she did was she had this tool and this tool vibrated. So she said, "Okay, I'm going to hit your foot with this tool." And what and you're going to feel the vibrations. Once you stop feeling those vibrations, then raise your hand. I said, "Okay." So she hit my foot, I could feel the vibrations, and then when I couldn't feel anymore, I raised my hand. She stuck that tool in my hand and it was still vibrating.
Oh, wow.
She said, "Okay, you're getting early stages of neuropathy on your feet." And so, I'm freaking out because my uncle had passed away about 5 years prior. And he had type 2 diabetes also, and he had neuropathy on his feet. And at first,
Wow.
they had to amputate his baby toe, and then they ended up amputating his whole left foot, and then he passed away.
Oh
Right.
my
So
goodness.
then I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to do something. Okay, I'm gonna give up that rice. I'm gonna get healthy. I need to do whatever it takes to get healthy. And so my doctor back then, she put me on Ozempic. And in
Okay.
2019, Ozempic was not marketed as like, a weight loss drug. It was for type 2 diabetes.
Right.
So I was on Ozempic. And I was also on this soy-based diet. And the diet consisted of like prepackaged foods. And
Ugh.
I know. And it's so, lots of preservative. It was just really bad. But I lost 40 pounds, right?
Wow.
And it took me about 4 months to lose the 40 pounds. I did give up the rice, right? I had lots of veggies and we couldn't have fruit on this diet, right? We couldn't even have fruit. But I had like a lot of veggies and lean meats and nuts and all that stuff. But and my A1Cs went down to a 5.6, and she did take me off of medications. And so I was happy,
Okay.
right? I was super happy. And so, I lived life, right? I just did whatever. But then in 2023, my A1Cs went back up. It shot up to like an
Okay.
8.6, right? And so I'm like, oh my gosh. So she put me back on metformin, and she's like, you need to lose weight. And I mean, I gained maybe 15 pounds, right? And I couldn't lose weight. On that soy-based diet, I was eating like 700 to 1,000 calories, and I couldn't lose the weight. And then
Wow.
my body, I think the Ozempic lost its effectiveness on me. It was like maybe 2.5
Okay.
3 years, because my A1C went back up and I gained like 20 pounds, 15, 20 pounds. And again, I couldn't lose the weight. I started to get adult acne. I'm like, who gets adult acne, right?
At
In
your
the
age.
40s, right? I had adult acne, I had brain fog. My energy was horrible, my sleep was horrible. It was just everything was just so bad. And plus I was always in a bad mood. Right?
Oh,
And my poor husband and kids, right? I was always in a bad mood. So then fast forward to January 2024. I'm on Facebook just scrolling, and this post stopped my scroll, and it was Tammy Melchizedek. And
we all love.
I know, which we love. She's gorgeous. She's a little older, whatever you want to say. But she has like, the silver hair, beautiful smile, right? So she's holding these boxes, and they were drops. And I didn't even know Tammy. We were just Facebook friends, but we had never met. And so she was holding these drops, like 10 sets of drops. And I'm like, what is this? What is she doing? So, I just made a comment. And of course, she responded to me. And and when I go back to, our original message, she is using the same exact verbiage that we all use because we learned how to use this board system. And we'll talk about that later, but it's everything. And she came out to see me because I said, I can't afford these drops because my husband was, he was a breadwinner, right? I wasn't
Right.
working. And so I couldn't afford these drops. And so she said, okay, well, why don't you just post about it? If you want to build a business and make some money, why don't you post about it? I said, okay, but I don't have the drops. So she came all the way from Colorado Springs. She gave me a set of empty bottles and, the package so I could take pictures with these drops
Oh,
and I could do whatever I
wow.
wanted to with these drops. So I did. So I made my first post, and it was crazy. That first post was awesome because I ended up selling a set of four within like 12 hours, right? And I'm like, okay,
Wow.
cool. I have enough money to buy myself a set of drops, right? And then, I was still getting questions about my first post. I was still getting like a lot of inquiries. And so I ended up selling another 10, right? So I sold like 14 in like 24 hours, right? And so I'm like,
Wow.
this is cool, this is awesome, right? And I still hadn't gotten my drops because people were buying it left and right. And I mean, it was awesome because my first month I sold about 70 sets of drops. And just like if you're looking for a business, that was awesome because I made about $3,500 in profit that first.
Wow.
Yeah, it was amazing. And my husband is like, "What is going on?" Because he kept seeing me going to the post office and delivering drops, and my Venmo was going crazy. He could hear like all the cha-ching, cha-ching, right? And he's like, "What's going on?"
A good sound.
It was a good sound. I mean, we were sitting on the couch watching a movie, and like five people in a row sent me money, and it was like cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. And he's like, "Are you playing video games? Are you gambling?" I'm like, "No, I'm selling drops." So yeah, so it's been amazing since then. And
Okay.
I've been with the company for, over a year and building a team, love my girls. I mean, I have a few guys, but mostly women. So I love my my girls. We've gone to all of the big conventions. I
Right. And they're so fun.
They're so fun. And I mean, they're just like so full of energy, right? It's just
Right.
electrifying. So it's you learn, but then you're also having fun. And I always say that the conventions or these events, they feel like a family reunion because when we see each other, we're like, oh my gosh, and hugs and take pictures. And when people cross stage there, everyone is cheering. I mean, who cheered like when you're at a job, your job doesn't cheer for you when you when you make money or when you rank advance, they go, oh,
Right.
right. But when we're there, people are genuinely happy for you and they're just dancing and screaming and it's awesome. It's so awesome.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
awesome. So once you had a chance to actually, you were selling the drops before you actually started taking them.
Yeah.
So how long did it take for you to start seeing results for yourself?
So, okay. So for myself, so the weight loss, that took a long time. It took probably about 6 months, right?
Okay.
And I think it's because my body had to heal from all that
Oh,
stuff that I was
right.
putting in my body. But, immediately I did feel the difference as far as like my sugar cravings were gone. I was sleeping better, energy. And so I just kept going because I knew that the drops worked.
Mhm.
I just knew, but I knew that my body needed to heal. So it did take about 6 months to really just watch the weight fall off. And now I'm down 20 pounds. And
Okay.
yeah,
That's amazing.
so it took 6 months, but you know what? It's healthier that way, right? It's
Hmm.
more sustainable and I feel better, right? And my A1Cs now are down to like a 6.2. So I
Okay.
actually go to my endocrinologist next month. So I'm hoping my A1Cs are even better so she can take me off of all of my medication because I'm still on metformin. So I'm still taking that.
Okay. Are you still in the Ozempic?
No, 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 no. Mm-mm.
Okay.
Like,
Okay. Okay.
no way, Jose. I've just heard so many horror stories, and I don't know what the long-term effects are, right?
Right.
So yeah, so I'm on the drops and a bunch of other products that I love. The
Okay. So
Advanced.
tell me what some of your favorite products are and why.
Okay,
Because
so
usually people start with the drops and they're
yes.
like, okay, these are working. And then they notice, oh my goodness, there's some other products. Maybe I should try them.
There's so many products. I am like a product junkie, right? Especially with our company, like our company. So my other favorite is Burn, right? So
Okay.
it's the natural energy drink, but it also has 20 grams of collagen protein. So I use that as a meal replacement sometimes, right? Because
Okay.
it has 150 calories. So Burn is one of my favorites. My new favorite is Advantage. Love
Okay. Tell me
Advantage.
about what your experience with the Advantage.
So Advantage, my first week, I lost 2 inches off my waist and an extra five
Wow.
pounds. So yeah, because I was down 15, but now I'm down 20 because of the Advantage. And I'm
Okay.
probably going to be on the Advantage for a long time because with my boys, I delivered both of them C-section. So,
Oh,
I have that little pooch that I'm trying to get rid of.
yes.
It's gonna be a while, but I love the Advantage. And I just posted recently that I put on some jeans with a belt and I was, tying my belt loop and I'm down like 3 belt loops. I'm like, oh my
Oh,
gosh.
that's huge. I mean, sometimes that's
Huge.
better than the numbers, right?
Yes,
Our
yes.
clothes better.
Yeah, so I think that has something to do with the Advantage. So I love the Advantage. And then I also love MOA. So
Mhm.
I had a shoulder injury like, I don't know, 3, 4 years ago. I tore my rotator cuff. And
Ouch.
it's not like I did anything. I don't exercise hardcore. I don't lift anything. I think I just slept on it wrong. And, old age, right? So I think I slept on it
Right.
wrong. And I did not want to get surgery, right? So it's been healing slowly, but I noticed that after I started taking MOA, the the inflammation is not there because the other night, well, like I want to say like maybe last week I was sleeping on that arm and I'm like, wait a second, this is weird. It doesn't even hurt. So yeah, so
Wow.
love the MOA. Of course, I love my noni. I mean, there's so many things. My Pure Nourish, I drink that every single day because that's my
I do
protein
too.
shake. Yes, love
Yes.
that. There's so many things. I can't even pick my favorite. But of course, my favorite are the drops, right? But
Okay.
I don't even know what my second favorite is because I love them so much.
It's wonderful because we have over 100 products, right?
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
yeah, so lots of choices.
yeah.
So, one of the things I wanted to ask you about is when we were in training in Florida, you had mentioned something about they had shown they were doing a slide that showed all these different other market network marketing
Network marketing.
companies, and you said, "Oh, I've tried most of those."
Right.
And I asked you about that because I'm very new to all of this.
Okay.
And I've just had such a good experience with PartnerCo. I'm like, they must all be like this, right? But you were saying no, it is not like this. So I was wondering if you could tell me a little bit about your experience with other companies
Yeah.
and how PartnerCo is different.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think we were in a training and there was like maybe 30 companies up on the slideshow. And I'm like, okay, I was with that company, that company, that company. So I've been with network marketing, in marketing for about 15 years. Because again,
Okay.
my younger son, because I just didn't want to go back to work after he was born. So about 15, 16 years. And I tried everything, right? But PartnerCo is so different. It is so different. Um, there's nothing like this because I know with other network marketing companies, like if we're on a different team, we're not supposed to really talk to each other, right? So like you and I, we have nothing financially tied with each other. The lines are
Right.
blurred. Yeah, we're under, the same leader, but with other companies, they're like, no, you can't talk. They call it cross line. You can't talk to your cross line and this
Oh,
and
wow. They tell you can't talk, communicate with
yeah.
them?
Well, I mean, you can, but they discourage it, right?
Okay.
Especially getting any kind of business advice. They don't want you to talk to each other about that. So,
Okay.
yeah, so it's very interesting. So, but with PartnerCo, we're all one big happy family. We're all partners in this together. And I love that because again, the lines are blurred. You asked me to do this, and I'm like, heck yeah, I'll do this because, I know your passion, I'm passionate, and if I can help just one person with my story, then I'm happy, right? Because I want to get these drops into like a ton of people, like millions of people's hands, because I love
Right.
these drops. But also what I love about this company is the leadership. I mean, we have incredible leaders and they will take your calls. Like other network marketing companies, if you're like way up high, they won't talk to you. That you're just
Okay.
like a little person on the totem pole, right? But with this, I can call Brent, I can call Tammy. I have them in my phone. If I have any questions, or I can call Julie. I just send a message to Julie and they'll answer. So that's what I love about our leadership. They genuinely want us to succeed.
They're
Um,
accessible.
they're
Hmm.
accessible. Yeah, you can like I'll text Julie in the middle of the night because that woman does not sleep, right? So she'll text me back. And then, but yeah, I mean, that's the biggest thing. And also, we have this board system, right? So it's so easy to do this business because the board system, if you know how to copy, paste, and send, then you're already halfway there, right? So
Right.
right, because people don't know how to post or what to post, or they know nothing about social media. We make it so easy. We lay everything there. We have all the scripts. We have everything. And that's what I was saying with well, not Julie, with Tammy, when I first reached out to her, she used the same exact system because it's the same exact verbiage. I'm like, oh, this is awesome, right? If she can do that, I can do that. Right.
Right.
So that's what's also different because with all the other companies, they would encourage you to call your family and friends and invite them to a meeting or have a party and all this. And I'm like, but what do I say? Or, after I get them there, what do I do? Right. And they just kind of feed you to the sharks. Go ahead and figure it out. Right. So I was never successful with any of those companies. Like I bought products, some of the products were great, and I was successful with a few, but also I have never earned an incentive trip before. And so
Wow.
I know. So this is my first incentive trip that I've ever earned in my whole entire life. So I'm really excited. And the incentive trip with PartnerCo, it wasn't hard. It was very attainable. All you had to do was, bring on some brand partners, sign up some customers, and sell drops. And that's all I did. And so I earned it, but I'm not going. So because it is in a few weeks because I didn't have enough because we go by points. I didn't have enough points to take my husband, and I need to take my husband because he's
Okay.
been patient with me throughout this whole thing. I'm like, I guess he deserves to go. So so he'll go with me
So,
next
so
year.
you earned the trip, but you're going to hold off on it this
I'm
time
gonna
and wait
hold
till
off on
next time.
it.
Aw, what a
Yeah,
loving wife.
I know, but I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna have FOMO when everybody starts posting their pictures at Punta Cana. But it's
Yes.
okay because I know next year is gonna probably be equally as amazing, if not better.
Right.
It's gonna be on the
Right.
beach for sure. So
I
we'll
know. I'm hoping to bring a lot of my team. If I can make
yeah.
it next year, I'm hoping to bring a lot of
Oh,
my
you'll,
team.
what
That's
do
my
you
goal
mean if?
too.
You'll make it next year. You'll definitely make it. And see, that's another thing too. I want to go to the beach with my girls, right?
Right.
Because they didn't make it. They didn't earn the trip this year, but they're definitely earning it next year. So I'm like, okay, I
Right.
want to be on the beach with my husband and the girls. You'll be there. So yeah, so I think it'll be so much fun.
That's
So
wonderful.
yes,
Aw, I
yes,
love your heart, Diana, and just not needing to have that right away and being able to allow time to go by and let others join you. That's beautiful.
yes,
So
yes.
I do want to ask you, so if anybody, do you have any advice for somebody who is brand new, who's looking at taking the drops? And like you said, culturally, you're used to certain foods. How would you approach this? And how would you talk to somebody who, I mean, even Americans just, we're used to a lot of processed foods or whatever. So what would you do to encourage them on their journey?
So, okay, your first week, if you because I'm working with this gentleman right now, right? And he's so used to eating bad food, right? No, I have a feeling nobody has ever taught him how to eat healthy, right? Because he thought he knew what he was doing by just working out and just maybe eating low fat or whatever. But
Right,
if you want to lose the weight, follow the guide. Definitely you want to avoid dairy and sugar because that causes a lot of inflammation and just eat from the food guide. You don't have to count calories. You don't have to do that. Just eat what's in the food guide. So, and then a ton of water. You need to drink a ton of water, at least half your body weight in water in ounces. So if you're 200 pounds, drink 100 ounces of water because that'll just really flush out all the toxins. So that's like my big advice, especially if you want to lose the weight. Follow the food guide and then also keep in communication, right? So if
right.
you have any questions, like he'll text. So Julie and I are both kind of coaching him together. So he'll coach Julie and I, and again he'll text like in the middle of the night, and one of us will answer, right?
Okay.
So he's got a dream team right now, right? Helping him. But you know what? So he started last week. He lost 10 and a half pounds his first week, and he lost
Wow.
4 inches off of his waist. And he's like, oh my gosh, this is actually easy. I mean, his first couple days, he did have to detox because
Yes, and that
he
happens
was
a lot.
yeah, he was eating a lot of bad food. So yeah, so you need to go through that detox. It's only like maybe 3 to 5 days, but now he's good. Now he knows what to eat.
Okay, okay, wonderful. And then I was going to ask about if somebody's considering this as a business, a way to help, like, you're a mom, might be other options, people that work full-time jobs. Is this something that is easy to put into your schedule? How did you handle that? How did you approach this business?
Yeah, you can do this anywhere. Like I do this, my younger son is a soccer player. I do this on the soccer field. I'll do it in the car while I'm waiting for him while he's at practice. You can fit this into the nooks and crannies of your day, right? And again, it makes the board system makes it so much easier because again, it's just copy, paste, and send. So
Okay.
if you are looking for, something where you can really make the money, because you can make money with this, you just have to follow the leader. And that's all I did. What was really follow what Julie and Tammy told me to do. And so yeah, so I mean, it is really a simple business. You just have to do it. You just have to be willing to step out of your comfort zone because you're posting on your Facebook, on your social media like twice a day, right? And
Right.
so people kind of get weirded out by that, but I'm like, it doesn't matter what people think about you. It doesn't matter what anyone's opinions are about you because are they paying your bill? No, they're not, right?
Right.
Right? Their opinions don't pay your bill. You pay your bill, right? So that's why I always look at it. I don't really care what people think. I mean, of course I do, but I need to feed my kids, right? I'm
Right.
using this money to put my son through college. He's a freshman in college, and luckily we haven't had to take out any kind of student loan for him
Oh,
because
that's wonderful.
yeah, because I've been making my money. I have I've been selling my drops. Yeah, so he knows that the drops are helping him go to college.
That's amazing. Hopefully he appreciates it.
Oh
Well,
yeah.
Diana, I thank you so much for your time. I know your time is precious. I know you are just as busy or more busy than I am with everything going on. Do you have any parting words for us as we close up?
No, like if you are considering joining this business, do it now because this company is only 2 years old and we're not even viral yet. I mean, some of our products are viral, but the company itself isn't. There's so much room for growth, right? And I'm just so excited about the future of this company. So, yeah, if you are considering joining, join now and join with Amy. Amy is awesome. She is so smart. She knows so much. So, yes, and she's an incredible leader.
And I'm watching you too, Diana. You're amazing with your group of ladies. I just love it. So, and we're gonna get to go on a trip soon together. So I'm
Yeah,
super excited about
yeah.
that. So
Couple of
anyway,
weeks.
it's just yeah, it's been a joy to get to know you, and I just appreciate you so much. Thank you so much, Miss Diana.